Good evening. We present the news summary. Chief Justice Matilda Tumi says she is proud of the accomplishments over the past 5 years, of which she was Chief Justice. Her mandate as Chief Justice will end on Wednesday, the 30th September 2020. She says her biggest accomplishments are the systems put in place for the administration of cases and the court itself. It was the 18th August 2015 that she was sworn in as Chief Justice. To coincide with the end of her mandate, a press conference was held along with the managers of different sections within her office to give an overview of all the officers which has achieved the achievements of all the officers over the last 5 years. Mrs. Tumi says that judiciary comprises of a whole team.
The challenges we face together. Any personal attack, any personal criticism on one particular person is taken as a body hit and is responded to in unity by the whole of judiciary. Yes, there have been some personal attacks made on me, but I never saw those attacks as being important. The attacks that I found more important were the attacks against the judiciary itself. And this is the way I would hope people would view that. And that is not a wish I have. That is a matter of fact. That is the way things should operate. So I don't want to concentrate or focus on any personal matters that happened to me. I think I was vindicated in what I did, and I think the office of the judiciary, of the office of the Chief Justice, remains strong.
The Institute of Early Childhood Development, IECD, presented certificates to the last group of participants of a program aimed at enhancing their knowledge and skills to take care of toddlers. The program targets licensed daycare operators taking care of toddlers at home. The participants also followed basic academic courses to better help those in their care. The program was the last conducted by IECD. The Institute for Teacher Education site will take it from there on.
As a training institution for educators in the country, to make way for an accredited and award-bearing training program for childcare workers and aspiring individuals who wish to take up a career in this childcare service. I wish to congratulate the Institute for taking this bold and strategic step as part of this ongoing process to rationalize and harmonize the ECCE subsector, and wish site much success in the critical endeavor for our country. And we will always be there if we ever needed. The importance of caring for the very young, aged between 0 to 3 years, cannot be overemphasized. It is an integral part of the Institute's strategic plan and national agenda for placing emphasis on early childhood care and education, and the holistic development of the youngest members of our society. The National 0 to 3 Year Program has been recognized by the UNESCO as the best practice in ECCE as part of the Seychelles IECD designation as a Category 2 center last November. And if I'm not mistaken, we are the only African country or in the region that have a Category 2 center.
8 pioneers in the tourism industry have been posthumously rewarded for their contributions and accomplishments in the sector. The Principal Secretary for Tourism, Anna Fortune, and the Director of Seychelles Tourism Academy, Flavien Joubert, unveiled the commemorative plaque in their honor this morning at the STC La Misère. The family members of the awardees collected the certificates on their behalf. The activity marks the beginning of a tourism festival for this year. The minister responsible for tourism, Didier Douclet, says that the work of the pioneers is part of the history of the tourism industry in Seychelles.
Tourism Day or Tourism Week that we normally celebrate every year is a time when we take a glance back in the rear mirror for us to understand the history of how tourism that has become today our biggest and most important economic activity has started. And there's no other way of understanding it than understanding the history and the story of those who were there at the beginning, who were the pioneers of setting up and developing the tourism industry. So what these people have done, and I think is still very important today, is to be able to sell this warm Creole hospitality and the culture that we have. And it seems that they've been able to do it in a very excellent way because we've been able to build the figures over so many years.
SBC regrets to announce the resignation of Mr. Jude Louange as Deputy Chief Executive Officer of the corporation with effect from Friday the 25th September 2020. The SBC board has thanked Mr. Louange for his term in office as Deputy Chief Executive Officer during a transformational and difficult time for the corporation and its staff. Mr. Louange has 35 years of service with the RTS SBC, with 3 years as Deputy Chief Executive Officer. The board wishes him all the best in his new endeavors. The SBC board is doing the needful to recruit a replacement as soon as practicable in accordance with the SBC Act. In the interim, the CEO will assume the functional duties of the Deputy Chief Executive Officer. This was a news summary. Thank you for your attention.